So here we are, YouTube. We're out here in St. Amant. It's a Sherry's place of one of her places of work. She's a healthcare aide in St. Amant and mobile healthcare aide, direct support staff for St. Amant and mobile healthcare aide for WRHA. We've been forced out of our home via renoviction. You can look it up. We said we weren't going to move, that ruffled our landlord's feathers. They had a hearing. He claimed we didn't pay for 5 months at the RTB worth of rent. We said we did. We had videos, but they weren't admissible, and he wouldn't look at them. But we told him, we just stuck to our guns, and we told him no. We had a telephonic hearing. He came to me one night, my landlord, and said, "You guys are going to have to move, Troy. The property's being redesignated." And it wasn't. It's a renoviction. You all can look it up. It's real. It happens. I don't understand it. I don't know how it's legal. Anyways, we got forced out of our home under threat of physical eviction via the sheriff's office here in Winnipeg. We chewed through $21,000 in savings I had saved up. Sherry chewed through about $7,500 in her savings, and we stayed at hotels for the first 4 months at $1,396 no kitchenette. $5,800 a month though. It's a little too much, and we didn't realize what we could have done. Shelters are not a place you want to be, so we try to avoid them. As long as any of it is, we're not that type of people. So. As per everything else that's going on, and that will continue to go on, I'm sure. So far, it's been absolutely ridiculous. We had to get a truck. We had to put our stuff in a U-Haul and then put our stuff in storage, get storage. So we're forced out of our home. So we leave the day before so that we don't get forced out of our home in front of the neighbors and the sheriff's office. There's so many different parts of it, moving parts of it. It's really hard on the psyche. It's really hard on morale. That's really hard on people. I'm a construction worker myself. I work for Drywall Outfits. I'm a heavy construction laborer, and I'm on seasonal layoff, so my EI isn't helping too much right now. But I'm going back to work right away. But I had work at the time. I was working at the time. Anyways, he says to us that we have to move. We say no. Call the RTB. They say no. Goes to a telephonic hearing. The RTB hearing officer comes in and identifies himself as such and asks who we are, and we tell him, and asks the landlords, "Are you guys the landlords?" "Yeah." "Okay." He says, "Now I have one question right off the hop for the landlords." The landlord said, "Did tenants ever give you cash for the first 5 months that they lived at 95 Imperial?" And he said, "Yep." "Did you ever give them receipts?" "No." Case dismissed. Just like that. It wasn't even 30 seconds. It was done. And he explained to Amit Kapoor, AMITKAPOR, and Pamit Kapoor, his father, who we dealt with afterwards because we find Amit to be very unprofessional. I can't believe what they've done. It's just insane. They built an illegal addition on the side of the house. The foundation is cracked, falling apart, so the illegal addition shifted back to the left at about a 45-degree angle. All kinds of critters came out of it. So we got great stuff past block and did the perimeter and did where the floorboards came up. We got a tree with roots growing right through the front entrance of the house. The house is infested with cockroaches of all sizes, types, and gestation periods. It's absolutely horrendous. You've never seen anything quite like it. If you were to have, you would have been quite taken aback. It's not really something that you want to see. Get up in the morning to take a shower and there's cockroaches on the wall everywhere. We contacted him. The washer broke the dryer broke about 15 days after we got there. It was an old school dryer, an English dryer, and an old school washer. The dryer broke first, so for 5 months we had to take, in the middle of winter, we had to take our clothes to the laundromat every time we did a load in the washer, the basement flooded because the pipes, we found out, we had them inspected. We found out that they were broken apart inside, and they were too lazy to bust up the concrete and replace it to code with PEX, whatever it is. You know, the code for plumbing, the right type of pipes. Anyways, it's PEX. That's just what they used, rubberized, vulcanized shit. It's crazy strong, it lasts forever. They wouldn't do that. So the dryer breaks down. They wouldn't fix the dryer. They always just said, oh yeah, the guy's coming. We called them about pest control. Yeah, the guy's coming. Nobody came. Nobody called. Nobody knew anything. Horrible people as landlords. Just fucking slumlords. So we put in a request for repairs. And they say, keep the receipts, going to the laundromat. I say, okay. But there's 3 jobs between the 2 of us. And we told them that. But they only gave us half of what it was. They gave us like $4.90 or whatever. We got that as a reimbursement, but we should have got it all, but whatever. At least we got something out of it. But the fact of the matter is we got under, you know, like she allowed, it went from the RTB. He appealed for a motion for time to extend and time to appeal and got it, granted to him. Went in front of the RTC. He was just trying to learn to buck the system. I caught the play. So he went in front of the RTC and he brings undated, undocumented receipts and submitted them as evidence. And they were allowed. The end all be all of it is that these undated, undocumented receipts were allowed as admissible evidence. And she wouldn't look at our videos of us recording him because he didn't know. We didn't have his consent. We didn't tell him. We were just recording him quietly. He didn't know. And so they weren't admissible. Well, what else are we going to do? We can't get a receipt out of the guy. So we got to prove that we're paying fucking rent somehow. Then he provided, this is funny, really funny shit. Because then he provided, in federal court proceeding in Canada, which the Court of King's Bench is, by the way, people. RTB and RTC is an entity known as the Court of King's Bench. It's a triangular formation. It's the Court of Appeals at the top, RTB on the bottom left, RTC on the bottom right. There's no oversight committee to this lawful, law-making, law-enforcing entity. I can get right into people's lives and turn it upside down. That's what they can do. It's incredible. No oversight committee. Legal aid won't touch it. Mile lawyers won't touch it. Brodsky and Associates. Nobody will touch it. Legal aid advice, they told me we're shit out of luck. What they did was illegal. Long story short, they offered. He also offered a digital evidence. He submitted digital paper evidence of digital screenshots of a device he used, and scribbled out with a digital stylus pen, might I add. And the Madam Chief Commissioner, and that's right, I said that shit. Madam Chief Commissioner is one of the highest in the land. That you can go with the RTC and place the Madam Chief Commissioner in charge of the hearing. And she says, so I just want to let you all know that it is illegal to perjure yourself in a federal court proceeding in Canada, which this is. She told us all that once. And then she told it to him 2 more times because he said, she said, so what am I looking at over here? Then she went to these bank records, these so-called bank records, and with a digital stylus pen, he had scribbled out, he'd taken a screenshot, but what he'd taken a screenshot of, or perhaps he didn't realize, was of what he'd scribbled out, which were the very same months, on or around just shortly after, by 1 or no more than 2 days, usually, of the dates that we told her we gave him cash. And we told the RTB this in the beginning. Now, it's kind of funny. It's circular like this because she says the RTC, Madam Chief Commissioner, says that the RTB hearing and the evidence provided and not provided has no bearing on this case, which is bullshit. You see what I mean, people? It's fucking triangular. This shit is fucking wrong. It is wrong. With a vengeance, this shit is wrong. Yo. Okay? They forced us out of our home. They allowed inadmissible evidence, undated, undocumented receipts, not even stating to Sherry Lang or Troy Palmer. Just had amounts on them. No dates, no names, no memos as to what the receipts were for. Nothing. And she allowed this as evidence. I find this to be appalling. I find this to be despicable. deplorable, inhumane, unethical treatment of other human beings. This is not right. Federal government of Canada, what in the fuck are you doing by allowing a city, any city that has an RTB or an RTC, people, you can look this shit up, has the option to opt in or opt out of something known as a central response unit. People, this is critical, because when a city opts into it, they will protect their citizens. What an entity such as a central response unit does is step in and overturn particularly heinous decisions by hearing officers and or judges. Also step in when a tenant, when he or she believes, whoever the CRU agent is, when they're there and they believe that a tenant is about to agree to something that they're not quite aware of, he can halt the proceeding, or she can halt the proceeding. That's what a CRU does. This city opted out of it. Did you also know that the Court of Queen's Bench grants their judgeships to the Court of King's Bench hearing officers, criminal, family, and civil divisions of Court of Queen's Bench off eviction clearance quota rates? That's kind of sick and fucked up. If I were you people, I'd do your homework. You're in a bought and paid for city. There's more to come. But they put two hardworking, upper middle class, upper middle class citizens, tax-paying citizens on a street in our SUV. With our animals and some of our meager belongings. And we make a bed in there every night since February 24th. Until now. Present day. Do the math. Here comes Sherry. Awesome girl. She's type 2 diabetic. She's already had 2 TIAs, trans-ischemic attacks. She has 2 full-time jobs, one permanent part-time, 34 to 40 hours a week. Still full-time, I would say. And I work construction. And this is what we've been forced to do. This is inherently wrong. Please help us. God bless you all. May God bless you all, and may He watch out over you. I don't wish this on nobody. We're at the Flying J truck stop, to retain a little dignity and avoid shelter. On top of which, they gave the landlord per diem and the ability to garnish Sherry's wage while they forced her out onto the street. How cruel is this system? This is wrong, people. Just wrong. They take 30% of her wages. This system is fucked up. This is inhumane, unethical, cruel, deplorable, despicable treatment of human beings, of citizens of Canada, let alone local citizens of Winnipeg. I cannot believe this. There's more to come. Keep your eyes open.